What happens when you retire but you don't have children to rely on? No one to check in on you when you are sick. No one to help you manage your affairs if you slip into dementia. No one to inherit your home. More and more Singaporeans are facing this reality. Married or stay single may be a choice. Having children, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But the truth is, with children, there are children problems. Without children, there are also no children's problem. And here's the part most people don't realize. If you already know that you won't have kids, the planning starts much earlier, in your 30s, 40s or 50s. Because the choices you make now about housing, income and health will decide how secure you will be when you reach 65. And yes, the challenges are real. But talking about them is how we start to find better way forward. And this isn't a small issue. Singapore is aging fast. Today, 1 in 5 Singaporeans is already senior. By 2030, it will be 1 in 4. And that's the reality we are heading into. So the question is, what's the first thing you can really rely on? For most Singaporeans, it isn't stock, it isn't saving, it is your home. Your flat is not just where you live, it is also your biggest asset. And how you plan it will shape your retirement security. Now let's start from here. In Singapore, a house isn't just a place to live. For most of us, it is also our biggest asset. And how we turn that asset into retirement security will decide how comfortable our later years really are. If you already know that you won't have children, this becomes even more important because it's not about leaving behind a legacy. It is about making sure that you have home that you like and income you can actually depend on. So here's the roadmap if you are turning 55. First question, do you intend to sell your flat? If the answer is no, then ask, do you need extra income? If not, you can stay put. But if yes, you can choose to get income through renting out a room, join the lease buyback scheme, or pledging your property with CPF. If your answer is yes, you intend to sell. Moving into a 3-room or smaller flat allows you to qualify for the silver housing bonus, up to 30k cash by topping up your CPF. And from December 2025, there's extra 10,000 bonus if you right size to 2-room or smaller flat. The principle is simple. Choose the option that gives you a home you feel secure in and income that doesn't run out before you do. Now, scam and exploitation are a growing danger for seniors in Singapore. With or without children, anyone can fall victim. But if you're aging without children, the risk is sharper because there may be no one watching over your shoulder, no one to spot the red flags, and no one to warn you before it's too late. And it's more common than you think. Recently, a salon chain in Ang Mo Kio admitted to misleading elderly customers into paying thousands by pushing unnecessary treatment packages. In a separate case, an elderly woman from Chinatown thought she was signing up for $18 massage, but after a series of high-pressure upsells, she ended up on the hook for $40,000 worth of packages. And remember him, Yang In, who switched out an 89-year-old widow into giving him 1.1 million. And most victims weren't prepared, they were caught off guard, too trusting. But here's the truth, seniors after 55 may have cash on hand, CPF withdrawal, cash proceeds from selling their home, insurance payout, and sometimes inheritance from their loved one. They don't realize that some people with bad intentions see them as a paycheck. So learn to protect yourself, especially when you have money, because at this age, one mistake can cause serious damages. Now, health is one thing that matters most, with or without children. But here's the truth, if you don't have children, the gap is sharper. There's less support, less backup. And even with children, it doesn't guarantee that they will be there for you. Many seniors may still end up lonely, children growing up, getting married, and move on with their own life. And that's why your health is your ultimate responsibility. Not just to avoid sickness, but also to stay independent, relevant, and connected. Many seniors choose to keep working as long as they can, at a slower pace, but enough to stay engaged. They know that an active body often means an active mind. Others find joy in caring for grandchildren, volunteering, their faith, or even a simple gift of mahjong with friends. In fact, one of the biggest concerns for seniors is loneliness. And the government knows this too. That's why under HYSG, a nation effort across 3 ministries, they're expanding active aging centers and community programs so seniors don't slip into isolation. And it's not just about staying socially connected.
The key agenda of MOH post-COVID-19.
Right.
Switching from sickness care to healthcare. Moving healthcare away from clinics and hospitals into communities, into homes, because this is where health is built.
The government is also pushing prevention right into our daily habits. Nutri-grade labels on drinks to cut sugars and fat. Did you know that 9 in 10 Singaporeans consume more salt than recommended? And that's why the next big fight is already shifting from sugar to salt. And it doesn't stop there. Even cigarette package now carries nothing but graphic warnings, a daily reminder that smoking kills. And these aren't just policy, they are signals for everyone to take our health seriously before it's too late. Now ask yourself, if you collapse alone, who's going to bring you to the doctor? Your health is your real insurance. We already know the basic: less sugar, less salt, move more. But that's on you. No program or clinic can do that for you. Only you. And if there's one takeaway from this session, it's this: you only have one job, and that's take care of your health. Staying healthy and relevant is key, but the harder truth: if you keep your body and mind active, none of us can guarantee we'll always stay capable. Dementia, accident, or sudden illnesses can strike. And if you lose capacity, who's going to handle your affair, your bills, your flat, even your medical choices? They don't just stop because you can't make them. Someone has to step in, and that's where lasting power of attorney, or LPA, becomes critical. An LPA allows you to appoint someone you trust, who is willing and capable of acting in your best interest if you ever lose the ability to decide for yourself. Now, the good news is, for Singapore citizens, the application fee for LPA is waived until 31st March 2026, and it's really just 3 simple steps. Step 1, apply online with SingPass. Step 2, your donee accepts the appointment. Step 3, get certified by doctors, lawyer, or psychiatrist. That's it. Once it's registered, you have a peace of mind knowing someone you can trust can step in case you can't. I won't go into more details here. I'll leave the official link in the description if you'd like to explore further. Maybe in the future I'll do another video and dive deep into LPA. And while you are at it, don't stop at LPA. Seniors should also make a will and update their CPF nomination. This decides who receives your assets when you pass on. And by the way, I already done another video that dive deep into who actually get your CPF money after you pass away, and I'll leave that link in the description. So remember this: with children, with an LPA is tough. Without children, it's even tougher. And that's why I encourage everyone, with or without kids, to get it done early while you still can. Now, in conclusion, every retiree faces challenges. Some are fortunate to have children that they can lean on. Others may have children, but the support isn't always there. And for those without children, the journey simply looks different. And what doesn't change is this: retirement is never perfect. There will always be trade-offs. But when you plan early, your housing, your income, your health, and your affairs, you give yourself the best chance of living your later years with comfort and dignity. I sincerely wish you a retirement that is secure, well prepared, meaningful, and I'll see you in my next video.